Hello, welcome guys. Today we're going to talk about the M Visa program, and today's edition is going to be on the Bible school or Christian ministry. The M Visa program is for vocational or technical training education in America. This is non-academic vocational or technical training. Basically, it's not for degree. So there are some schools that have been authorized to issue I-20, which every international student you need that. Issue I-20, but under the M Visa program. The first school is Alaska Bible Institute. We have Bethel School of Supernatural Ministry. We have Capernway Bible School at Ravencrest. We have Charis Bible College. We have Discipleship Internship Program. And then we have the Jesus School. And then lastly, we have International House of Prayer University. Guys, I'm going to take my time and go through some of these schools and then show you around on their website, especially when you need to look at their tuition, their programs that they offer there, what are the requirements to be able to enroll in those programs, and any other stipulations some of the schools may have. Their contact information will be available on their website so that you can always send your inquiries to those specific schools. Guys, don't bring them to me. All right, so if you're ready, we're going to go to the various websites, not all of them. All right, and then you can check them out. I will try and provide the website link to the Bethel School of Supernatural Ministry is located in California. Bethel School of Supernatural Ministry, and this is the school. When I type it on Google, this is where it came to, is in California. Let's go to the school's website and see what is there. So if you're interested in this, you come here. You can read some of their information. Admissions is here, right? You click on admissions. They said admissions are open for 2024 and 2025. If you're an international, this is where you go. You click on international students, okay? And then you just go through what they have here. They have given you the process as an international student, how to get enrolled here. So just go through the process. They've listed them here. They have 6 steps, okay? Now let's look at the school itself and then see what program. So let's go to academics, okay? So academics, they have what? Advanced ministry training, and that's a full-time studies available to students and curriculum here, right? All of these, and just see what suits your needs, and then you decide what you want. All right, when you're ready to apply, you click apply now. You may have to so you have to fill in your information, create an account, right? And then you begin the application. Don't forget your password. When they ask you for your citizenship, they're asking from the country, your nationality. So make sure you select your correct country, okay? And then if you have any questions, let me see. You should be able to, they have their contact information. Should be able to contact them about housing right here. If you have any questions and you want to contact them, you can use this option here and select something. You are international, you select international, you click next, and then you put your information, put your email address, and then tell them the information. They should get back to you. And then they have their phone numbers here too, and their address here if you want to contact them. The next school we'll talk about is the Capernway Bible School of Ravencrest Chalet. This school is located in Colorado. So if you're interested in that, let's go to the school's website and see what they have, which is the Capernway Bible School at Ravencrest Charlotte. So when I type in the name, this is what came up, okay? So you'll come to the website. It says Ravencrest Charlotte, and this is their Bible school. They have 1 year, second year. So let's see, right? If you want to read about testimonies, you can read about testimonies. Let's see some of the testimonies videos. Well, you can go there and read the testimonies. But let's see, if you're somebody who's interested, they have a YouTube channel, so you can go and watch their stuff on YouTube, read about some of these things before you decide whether you want to enroll in this school. Okay, that's their contact information. They have email address, phone numbers, and they have the address in Colorado. Let's see, if you want to get into the school, all right, let's see here. When you click apply now, they say due to the high volume of applications at this time, priority will be given to full year students. So some people probably want to do like half, like part-time, or like just do 1 year or but they say they're going to give priority to people who want to do full year. As you can see here, people want to do just first year and all that. So let's see, if you want to do first year, you click on that. When I click on this, it's going to give me this application form, all this information, right? You're going to provide all of this information here. Okay, how many pages are, like 12 pages. You have to fill all of that out. But let me see where I can find out about let's see, FAQs, because guess what, sometimes your question may have been answered already over here. Okay, let me do one quick thing. Okay, let me make sure that I included the okay, M-Visa. Okay, so it looks like the M-Visa as part is hidden. So let's see, let's go to the okay, so let's see now. Okay, I'm sorry guys. So you have to go here if you're an international student. So guys, when you go to any of the website and you don't find anything, you come to here. I click on international student information if you're applying from outside the USA, and then you read all of the stuff here and provide them what is required of you. Okay, and let me see, they said proof of financials, but then they are not telling me how much this thing cost. How will I know how much this thing did cost? Well, you need to provide a personal reference, right? Please take your moment and go through that and see what is required from you, and you share with whoever is going to provide a reference for you. But yeah, just take some time. The next step is Charis Bible College, and this is also located in Colorado, Woodland Park in Colorado. If you're somebody who is interested in their M-Visa program, go to their website and then look at some information. So let's take a look at their website and see what they have. Charis Bible College, there's one here, has a different website, and then there's another here with a different website. So how do I know which one is correct? So I'm going to put the M-Visa option here and then see which one is the best. You see, when I put the M-Visa option here, the one that offers that opportunity, they have shown me their site. So let's go there. Okay, Well, there's the application form and there's the admissions there's not the application form, but this is just an overview of what is required of you. This is admissions email address. You can always contact them. Take time to read this. The address is in Woodland Park in Colorado. They said that you'll not be working and you must be able to prove that you can pay your academic year. School fees is somewhere around with living expenses and all that within a year will be like $20,000. You need to show that you'll be able to afford this, right? They said above information is per 2020, so you can email them and ask them about the current information, okay? And you can email Daniela Guerrero, and let her give you some information about the program, like the current fees, right? So as an international student, these might be the same, but maybe the fees have changed. So go into this, read what is required of you. Here it says, be willing to abide by the student and international student guidelines. Agree to attend Charis Bible College full-time day school. Agree to not accept any type of employment whilst in the U.S. Agree to return to his or her home country immediately following completion of the academic school. So these are things that you are expected to abide by. And if you're bringing a spouse, it will be additional $6,000 per year. If you're bringing your children, then it's going to be $5,000 per child per year. And then these are some of the stuff. But when you're ready to apply, you can click here. Let me try that and let's see. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Well, since that one is not working, well, let's go to the main page, right? They said spring enrollment is open. All right. So here they say here's your chance, but let me see something, my people. When on the PDF it says something about spring. Please, the spring term is not an option for international students. So if you're international student and you want to apply to this school, you cannot do the spring semester because they don't accept anybody, doing for the spring semester. So this is what you would do. All right. Let me see if I can go. Yeah, it's because I click on the spring semester. So let's go back to the home page. Let's go to the home page. So since we are not applying for the spring, year 2, year 3. So year 3 they have ministry school, worship school, business school, leadership school, global training, film and production, and practical. So if you want to gain up admission, then that is what you do. Let's see the tuition. So the tuition here is going to be main campus, in person. Year 1 tuition and fees will be 5,700 per year, right? Every year you pay that. So by the year 2, this is an extra for the year 2, and then year 3 6,300. All right, and you do that. If you want to do just online, guys, remember that if you want to be able to attend the school here in America, then you don't want to do the online application. So those of you who are interested in this school, you cannot, as an international student, you cannot enroll for spring semester, but you can definitely read about it, and then when time is ready for you to apply, you click apply now, and make sure it is not a spring semester. When you go through the process, you are not applying for spring. Okay? Talk about is the International House of Prayer University. So that one, they have several campuses, and we will go to the website and find out, if somebody is interested in taking a program or any course from this place, what do they have to do? Where do they have to, how do they apply? What are the tuition requirements? For this particular one, we will take more time and look into their program. But so far, the ones that I'm going to show you is only the Alaska Bible Institute that offers full scholarship, all right? Offers the M1 visa program. And this school is International House of Prayer University. So they have various locations in America. But this one we're looking at the Kansas City, as you can see on the side here, Kansas City, Missouri. So those of you who are into ministry, right? Those of you who are going to be pastors, who are going to be musicians in the church, this is an education program for you guys. And so when you come to the website, this is what you see over here. So we're going to click on apply. Okay. So if you're somebody who's looking to take advantage of this and you are outside of the United States, what you would do is that you're looking for international. Luckily, that button is here. You will click on international students. So when you look at the international students, okay, here they give the requirements for you to gain admission to that. Take some time to read this to understand what is expected of you. But let me go, quickly into that. So they said that you submit copies of academic qualifications from the highest level of education completed. So you will submit your highest level of education completed. So if you have a bachelor's degree, then you wouldn't need to bring your senior high school certificate. If you have a master's degree, you don't need to bring your bachelor's, you bring your master's. So whatever the highest level that you attain, that is what you will bring. If your certificate is not in the English language, then you have to get it translated and certified, okay, before you send it to them. The exams and the grade that you have received, all of that, especially those of you who may who haven't completed your education, right? Let's say you're doing your bachelor's degree right now, you're doing your master's degree right now, then you want to include your transcript where it will show your grades and all of that. But if you have your degree, then you don't need to bring in your grades. You don't need to show your grades to them. If you have completed the highest level of education, you may not have to show them that. But if your highest level of education is maybe high school, you may have to bring your high school certificate and then the results also. If you have taken any type of exams on the side as it relates to this type of education, then you want to bring it. All right. It says you must be proficient in English and have a minimum TOEFL score of 70 when it's an internet based, and then if it's the paper based, it's going to be 523. The school code is here 4247. If English is your first language, then the TOEFL requirement can be waived. Please inquire with the international admissions. So if you want to find out if TOEFL is not required, right? Most of us from Africa, English might not be our first language, but that is the language that we receive our education in, for many of us. So you still want to contact admissions and their information. This is their email address, this is their phone number, so you can contact them and let them know, explain things to them so that and see if they can waive the TOEFL requirement for you. Of course, there's, you have to submit your affidavit of financial support form. They have the form on this page here. You will click on it and then go there, and then a copy of the biographical page of your passport. In that page will have your photo and your legal name on there. If your name has changed, if your current name is different from what is in your passport, then definitely you want to make sure that you go and have a new passport that will reflect your present name. Click on the affidavit of financial support, and let me click on this one here and see what they have in here. So here they have several information here, and this is the instruction for the M1 student visa, right, application. And let's see what is required. So you need an official bank statement or original letterhead stationery dated within the last 6 months, right? Within 6 months of the start of the program, proving sufficient funds are available to you. or statement of support from a sponsor, along with evidence of sponsor's financial resources in the form of an official bank statement dated within 6 months of program start. So this here basically says that you need to show that you can actually support yourself, you can fund your education, and if you so you bring your bank statement that shows that you have adequate funds in your bank account. But the statement that you get from the bank, it should be dated no longer than 6 months from the beginning of your program, right? When you apply for admission, you look at the program and you know when it starts. So your bank statement shouldn't be older than 6 months from the beginning of the from the start of the program. Or if you get a statement of support from a sponsor, then the sponsor also has to, of course, write that statement, sign it, and then show, where they will also be getting their money, which is basically their bank account, and they need to give you their bank statement showing the availability of that funds, but it shouldn't also be more than 6 months from the program start date. So you fill it out and then sign it, or if you have a sponsor, your sponsor will fill out and sign it. Make sure it is done in English. If your sponsor, you're in a country that doesn't speak English, and you do it, everything is done in a different language other than English, then it has to be translated and certified. Okay. All right, and then you send all of your stuff to their admissions. Make sure you have all of your documents together before you send them to admissions. Here, you can spend some time and read some more information here. They said the support, if you want to bring your spouse, then it will be 6,000 minimum for a school year, or it's 667 per month, and then minimum 4,000 per child. So those of you, if you will be coming with your spouse, then your spouse, in addition to what is required to pay for your tuition and your education, you must have an extra 6,000 if you're bringing a wife or a husband with you, and then 4,000 for each child that you are bringing with. All right. Go through the stuff. So here they are telling you this is the program. All right, they have the Forerunner School of Ministry, Forerunner Music Academy, Forerunner Media Institute, and these are all in the ministry. Okay, so this is your tuition will be for one academic year will be 5,780 if you're in the School of Ministry. If you're in the Music Academy, then it's going to be 7,980. If you're in the Media Institute, it's 7,900. And then all of these extra fees, right? If you're international student, there's international administration fee, which is $300, and then estimated living expenses that they expect that you will incur here, your health insurance. So the total is going to be like 14,280 per year, and then it goes on, to 16,000, around 16,500. And then if you're bringing children, then the amount will go up, because remember, this amount here is for just the student themselves, not including their spouse. All right. So now some of you may be wondering, so this is the affidavit of support form that you will fill. So you use what the school gives you. You fill all of that and have it signed, and then you send it to the school. If you have a sponsor, then this will be the stuff for that sponsor to fill. If you don't have a sponsor and you have your own enough funds to take care of your education, then you don't need to fill this page, this sponsor part. You will only fill this part. If you have a sponsor, and the sponsor is going to be the one to take care of your financial, then you let just the sponsor fill out, not you. Okay, but at least the page 2 gives you an idea of how much the cost is going to be. Okay, now let's see here. Some of you may be interested in financial aid, if there's financial aid available. So there's a link here. Let's click on it and then go to the financial aid and see what might be available. So they said affordable education. Our focus is on you, the student. We are committed to your success and want to ensure your time at I help you International House of Prayer University is affordable. That's why more than 50% of our students receive financial aid each school year. So when they say each school year, they're talking about each academic year. Okay. So they have this type of financial aid need-based scholarships. This is designed to provide financial aid based on demonstrated need. And then mystery scholarship is awarded to students who volunteer 6 to 12 hours per week on campus. All right. So, as an international student, here, let's see, they said for legal reasons, right? Please take your time and read some of this. For legal reasons, M1 international students are not eligible for the ministry scholarships. However, they are welcome to apply for the need-based scholarship. Remember, the ministry scholarships are for the scholarship, the ones where you volunteer 6 to 12 hours per week on campus in order to be eligible for that type of scholarship. But as an M1 international student, you cannot do that volunteer and get that money. So yours will be based on the need based scholarship, basically showing that your financial, you don't have money, or you have less money, or to show that you actually cannot afford the whole thing, so that you might get that scholarship. And they said, while we strive to provide financial aid to as many students as possible, submitting a financial aid application does not guarantee you receive an award. And guys, this once again, here it says this is why more than 50% of our students receive financial aid. So when they say more than 50%, that means that it's slightly above 50%. If 60% of their students receive financial aid, they would have said it here that 60%. So when they say it's more than 50%, I'm thinking maybe 50.1 or 51 or 52, 53, but it's definitely less than 60%. Um, but that should tell you that there's a whole lot of students who don't get financial aid. So you applying doesn't guarantee that you get it. So this is one school that I wanted to show you guys how, if you're interested in applying, then definitely this is where you go. Please read about everything, and if you have questions, you definitely want to reach out to the international student admissions, right? Now they have this tuition here, but this is for domestic students, right? Those who are in the United States and don't need a visa sponsor. They don't need a visa to go to school in America. Okay, so if you're here visiting in America, you still might have to do international student, right? But if you're international student, this is here, this is your cost, the estimated cost that you'll have to go through, right? So when you're ready to apply, you have looked at everything, you have asked all the questions that you may still have on your mind, and you're ready to apply, you click here, apply. All right, so now let me scroll down here. Okay, so to apply, of course, you see here they said submit online application, submit the online application form accessible through the link above. Payment of $50 non-refundable application fee is required step in submitting this form. You may only pay the fee with a credit card if you submit your application online. You'll be asked to submit a high school or secondary school diploma or transcript, or official GED certificate. Okay. And remember, if you have questions, you can always email them. International admissions. Okay. And so let's see, how will you apply? So we'll click online student or on campus. So you are applying to be on campus. All right. So now you'll come here, and then you have to you're going to, but if you want to look at some of the courses, right, look at some of the courses that they have. The music ministry, they have ear training, advanced ear training, guitar, acoustic guitar. They have Ableton Live Mastery. You remember they have the music ministry, and then they have the worship, and they have the media, right? So these are some of the courses that you may have to take. But here, when you're ready to apply, you will click here. Okay, and let's see. Okay, so here you will click on all of the consent stuff, and then you go to proceed, right? So I'll click here. Please make sure you read what is here. Basically, it's about electronic data collection, and then you come here, and then you fill out your information. You fill out all your information. You go to, so you create an account, right? You create an account. But guys, even if you're not ready to fill it out yet, just click on the tab so that you see what is required on each tab. Here it says, we ask that your personal testimony is 400 to 500 words and includes the following: a summary of your personal journey in Christ, any past or present life controlling issues, whether mental, emotional, or relational, your goal for the future, including your life vision and ministry plans, expectations for your time at International House of Prayer University, and then a summary of what you hope to learn. So these should guide you in this 400 to 500 word essay, right? So you will give your personal journey, how how you became a Christian, or how your journey, your life story, what has brought you into ministry. And then any thing he said, any past or controlling life issues, whether mental, emotional, relational, like when they say relational, like your relationship with people, emotional, anything, any like trauma you've gone through, anything that has brought you to this point, right? Because for most people to coming to Christ, there are some people who come there out of they they had a life changing experience that brought them to this point. So you can include that in your essay, and then you can also talk about what you hope to achieve, what this education, what your plans are. You're coming to the school, maybe you have your own church, or you go and start your own church, but what do you plan to do? You have to talk about that in here, okay? And then let's go on to create your account first before you go through all of this, okay? Now, after you have created your account, you are not paying the money yet. Remember, you will pay the application fee when you're ready to submit your application. So you can create the account and then go in and see all the things that are required. So you want to write this essay, proofread it, make sure that it is, it sets you apart, and then you go through it. So guys, this was just something that I wanted to show you when it comes to applying to a school, but this is just an example of you applying to come for ministry or Christian ministry.